just like that, we're ready to go. Currently at Stockbridge in Hampshire, this tiny town, and basically I think it's only got about 600 people. But the reason we stopped here is because we are making a route, or we found a route on commute to go all the way to Stonehenge. Yeah, I've never actually seen Stonehenge other than in pictures, so it's a good way to see it really on bike. In the heart of the country. Oh good. The scenery right now is whew. The only downside to riding in the country like this is there's loads of flies that go into your face. That's why this visor helps a lot. This kind of reminds me of basically walking through the villages in Bangladesh, where you essentially go through the villages and basically you're covered in shadow even though it's blazingly hot. Can you hear the birds? We're on the roads, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because I don't really like the roads because of the car drivers that speed past here, but let's see what it's like here. We'll check this out. Wow, look how clear that water is. I mean, I wouldn't drink from it, but still, for a UK river, it's actually quite clear. Oh, look at this scenery, man. That's just picture perfect, that is. Okay, so this is where the road ends and the cycle path restarts. Much prefer this. I mean, look at this. It's like, it's a nice little walking path. It seems well trodden, but it's absolutely beautiful. Look, you've got this butterfly coming. Don't know if you can see it, but so butterflies and those helicopter-like insects. And we'll look at some of these abandoned farmhouses. Doesn't that remind you of the Windows XP wallpaper? That's showing our age. It's like XP's what, how old now? 25 years old? Oops. Is this private lane? So this is actually the correct way. We're about to go into someone's private land. Easy mistake to make.
So go right, yeah. There's a nature reserve coming up. We'll take a break there, yeah?
Okay, apparently there's a nature reserve down this way. There's a bit of a detour. Let's see, this is the Broughton Down Nature Reserve. So apparently they've created this nature reserve because most of the area around here is farmed, and essentially over time it's killed off many of the rare species. I guess this is nature reserve, is it? I mean, I don't know what I'm meant to be looking for, to be honest. I guess it's wasted on people like me who don't know what they're looking at really. I think we're about 1/3 of the way through to Stonehenge. Got our first puncture of the ride. Alright, let's try this. Apparently it just needs a pump. Do I unscrew this part, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect cycling day. Perfect weather. Perfect scenery. Look at that. Came at the right season because the crops are kind of somewhat almost fully grown. So they give that nice, I don't know, Windows XP look. It's got a slow puncher basically. So he's gonna have to do this every half an hour or so. Slow down, elderly cats crossing. What the hell? I thought he was going to say elderly crossing, but it says elderly cats crossing. It's a bit bizarre. When the weather's right, oh my gosh, you really can't beat good old English countryside, can you? It's a bit random. Let me have a go.
Have a go.
Alright, let's see how fast or how much we can swing. Let's get some leverage. Probably should have taken my bag off. Feel like a kid again. So look at these kids that were playing here. No idea where they live. This is like literally in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around here. Oh, this is what you call open countryside. You feel like you're in Gladiator? Always double check your routes because you could have easily missed this. It says for public bridleway, so public bridleway should be okay for us. Exactly if a horse can do this, then I'm sure a bike can as well. Like a proper jungle. Oh my word. Oh my. Where the hell have we come? Oh, severely overgrown weed. Don't stop. I'm going to take a bit of a break. Let's take a break here. Flipping heck, that was absolutely ridiculous. This is a bit more how I like it. And none of that overgrown weed. Look how pretty that looks. We're here, we're on the main dual carriage that basically surrounds Stonehenge. So you can't actually see from here, or from the dual carriageway to be fair. I mean, you can see a bit of it, but not properly and not from the angle that you'd want to see. So we're going to go up there and see what we can see. I do believe that there's an entrance fee for something, but actually that might be for the visitor centre itself, which we're not really interested in. Until everyone here has paid for a ticket. I think there's some kind of loop that they do. Okay, so we decided not to go in because it's £34.50, absolutely crazy, okay? So I mean, we can happily see from here because this is a public pathway. It's not really a huge amount to see. It's a long walk around it as well. And it's like, yeah, you get pictures from different angles and then that's about it really. That's your £34.50 gone. Call me cheapskate, but I'd rather use my money elsewhere. Some facts about Stonehenge: it's about 4,500 years old, so it is quite old. I think most of the stones are from local somewhere here, but some of the smaller stones apparently they're all the way from Wales, surprisingly enough. I guess the only other thing that you should know is that no one really knows what the purpose of this is. One thing they do know about is that on the summer solstice, which is next week in fact, the sun rises over some stone and things align. Same thing happens with this winter solstice. That probably explains why some of the campsites around here are fully booked next week, which is when the summer solstice is on the 21st of June. Apparently they have certain religious sects, druids and things like that, come here and do some pagan rituals and all sorts of other stuff. I think the most impressive thing is basically the scale of it. It's just, you think how the hell did humans 4,500 years ago move that into place? Okay, so we are done with that. We've saved ourselves £34.50 each and we are heading to the campsite now. And we are here. Alright, so this is home for the night.
This is a real man ride pedal bike.
You can tell he's given up.
Yeah.
That's why he's got the electric bike.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's my knees. I can't take it all. Poor old man.
Poor old man. Ask him what his age is. He's still in his 30s.
Yeah. Hey, nearly 70.
Oh, there you go.
Doing well, mate.
And I'm still running around like a bloody lunatic.
That's it. Good morning. What a beautiful day today. We've got blue skies, dry weather, and we're gonna head back and make our way back to Stockbridge. No public right of way, so we've got to go a different way. What the hell is it? Someone's house. We've got to go up this byway. And then we've got to stop because no idea which way to go. There's like so many restricted byways. Why do they say restricted byway? Alright, we're going down this restricted byway. I wonder what they mean about restricted. This is what you call proper English countryside. The weather is absolutely roasting right now. The way I know is I stopped for a bit and basically the seat got heated up by the sun, and oh my word, the seat was like roasting when I sat back down on it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, can you believe it? We've actually come to Palestine. Who would have expected Palestine to be in the middle of the South Downs? I think this is the last straight before we are back into Stockbridge, the place where we started. So we're back to the start and we've done, I would say, over 50 miles. I'm sure it's more than that. To be honest, I don't know, because we took so many wrong turns and detours, and there's places that were blocked that on commute it said it wasn't blocked, but you know, it is what it is. Takeaway points are, I would not pay for Stonehenge, at least the visitors ticket. But otherwise, it was actually an enjoyable ride. The first day was more arduous than the second, and today it was actually really nice. I mean, look at the weather. Sun's still shining, and it's about gone 2 or 3 o'clock, so we've still got quite a lot of daylight left. So yeah, all in all, quite a good route actually. I'll leave the link to the route below. Oh yeah, and one more thing, if you know of a good bike route, circa about 50 to 60 miles as a loop, somewhere in the UK that I've not been, then let me know in the comments where I should go next, and I'll see you in the next one.